Hello, welcome to Old versus Young Reactions. I'm Sawyer with my dad Mike, and like
Hey.
always, we take your suggestions first priority. So if you want us to react to something, please type it in the comments below the video. This is by the one and only Johnny Cash, and the song is called A Boy Named Sue.
This one sounds like it's going to be good. Johnny, he writes some pretty funny stuff, so.
Let's see what this is.
Well, my daddy left home when I was 3. Didn't leave very much to my ma and me. Just this old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Now, I don't blame him cause he running hid, but the meanest thing that my daddy ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. He must have thought that it was quite a joke and it got a lot of laughs from lots of folks. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle and I'd turn red, and some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. But I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard and my wits got keen. Roamed from town to hide my shame. But I made me a vow to the moon and stars, I'd search the honky-tonks and bars and kill that man and give me that awful name. Well, it was Gatlinburg in mid-July, and I'd just hit town and my throat was dry. Thought I'd stop and have myself a brew.
Alright, this is funny.
Yeah, this is typical
Dad
Johnny
named
Cash. It's a
Sue.
story, you
Dad
know?
named Sue, and he got all toughed up because of it.
Yeah, like he was made to get strong from it. Ironically, nowadays, they'd be like, oh, what's the problem with a boy named Sue? You know, but back at this time, yeah, it was a totally different song.
Yeah, no one
But it's
named that.
typical Johnny Cash, like very cool and smooth, and you can tell he's having fun. He's got a little smirk on. He knows that it's a funny joke, so.
Yeah, if we want us to do more Johnny Cash songs, let us know. We'd love to
Yeah.
do more.
So let's hear more.
At an old saloon on a street of mud, there at a table, dealing stud, sat the dirty mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture that my mother'd had. I knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye. He was big and bent and gray and old, and I looked at him and my blood ran cold. I said, my name is Sue. How do you do? Now you gonna die. Yeah, that's what I told him. Well, I hit him hard right between the eyes, and he went down, but to my surprise, come up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear. Then I busted a chair right across his teeth, and we crashed through the walls into the street, kicking and a gouging in the mud and the blood and the beer. Well, I tell you, I fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule and he bit like a crocodile. I heard him laugh and then I heard him cuss, and he went for his gun, but I pulled mine first. He stood there looking at me and I saw him smile. He said, now, son, this world is rough, and if a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough. And I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I give you that name and I said goodbye, and I knew you'd have to get tough or die. And it's that name that helped to make you strong. He said, now you just fought one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me and you got the right to kill me now, and I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your gut and the spit in your eye, 'cause I'm the that named you Sue. What could I do? I got all choked up and I threw down my gun. I called him a paw and he called me son. I come away with a different point of view. And I think about him every now and then, every time I try and every time I win. And if I ever have a boy, I think I'm gonna name him Bill or George, anything but Sue. I still his name. What a dirty thing to do to a boy. Name him Sue.
That was good. He
That
named
was a great
him-
song.
He
That
named
was
him
fun.
Sue to get him tough and strong.
Yeah, that's funny, though, at the end where he's like, yeah, I wouldn't do that to my boy, though.
No.
Like, no way.
No way.
Good for you, Johnny Cash.
for
Funny
you.
song.
Yeah, I'd love to hear more from Johnny Cash.
Absolutely.
Including like the unknown gems. We'd love to hear
Yeah,
more.
the deep dive on Johnny Cash, I think, would be fun.
Yeah.
Really fun.
Like always, this has been Old versus Young Reactions. I'm Sawyer with my dad Mike, and we'll see you all next time. Rock on.
Music is love.
Yes.